He's on Team Red.
He's on the SMAT team. He doesn't get on there, so nothing.
I liked it.
Did you?
I liked it.
He didn't have a nice comment like Gary did, so then all Gary's people started commenting about Gary. Oh, 100%.
I don't think I need to. I think it's out there. Are they bringing this guy in?
Yes. And I talked to Will. Will's got some interesting conversation about it. How's that?
Positive or negative?
For Will, it's positive.
It's not ad.
He's all over the map. Look at Bulba. Is that what you look like when you have hair, Gabe?
Yeah, there's a few. It could be utilized.
Are we, Rick, you good? Yeah. Get the, are you on? All right. 6 o'clock, call the meeting to order. Everybody rise for pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. It's aimed right at your friend.
No more interruptions, Frank.
The meeting was quick. All right. Do we have anything to add to the agenda? Okay.
Yes, the appointment to fill the vacancy on the budget committee.
Saw that. All right. Payroll manifest. Everybody get an opportunity to take a peek?
Yep.
Minutes of January 6th, 2026.
Yeah, I make the motion to accept the minutes of January 6th, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We had 1 veterans credit, and we had the letter of hire for the administrative assistant that's going to be focusing on planning. So we have the filing notice for the declaration of candidacy, which I think has made its way around town pretty quickly already, and we've resolved the one question on there. What's the status on the new polling machines?
So they should be delivered at least by the 23rd, and the town clerk, tax collector, moderator, and the town clerk, tax collector will all have training here on January 30th.
Okay.
And then we're gonna pull the trailer out and pull the ballot boxes and stuff out to fit all that new.
The new stuff in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they going to fit?
I don't know. We're gonna pull them out before the 30th.
Might not be a bad
They're coming the 23rd, so we'll get them out before, as soon as they get here,
Okay.
and then we'll take a look at them and see.
And then we have a Hartshorn Bridge update at this point in time?
Yeah, we
Really?
have a.
I'm talking about it. No.
I mean, I'd rather talk about it when Jarvis is here, honestly.
Okay.
I don't
Is he coming?
know when,
No.
when we go to talk to him, I'm going to call
Is he on vacation?
him. Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
He was going to talk about the trucks.
Okay. He did send me the stuff on that.
Yeah.
At F600. Okay.
So,
All right, so we'll hold that for him. I know we got, so we have some time before North Point. This one's here. So what we can do is we can open it up for, since we don't have, Dubois is the one that's not coming, right? North Point is. So we can go ahead and open up for public input now. And so we'll do that at 6:02. We'll open up for public input. Come on up.
Hi, Steve Bowles.
Steve, come right up there.
I was just curious what kind of polling machines we utilize.
It's whichever, it's the ones that the Secretary of State has done when there were grants for them. So if you ask me the name of them off the top of my head, Steve, I can't tell you.
I'll look into it.
But it's the ones that the town clerk was wanted.
Okay.
All right?
That's all I want. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, Frank, we have a limit on how much paperwork you can bring up?
Really? Is it one?
Yeah, there's a limit, just for you.
Oh, go right ahead.
Denise is going ahead of you.
Denise Adjutant, 296 Holmes Road. I just wanted to let you know that the bicentennial committee met again last night, all four of us. We're hashing around a lot of really great ideas. It's going to take more than 4 people to make this event something special next year. So if people are interested in participating in the process, they can reach out to Nancy Carr via the town hall office, and then she can coordinate with them.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks, Denise. Ready, Frank?
Okay.
2 pieces of paper.
I got a few. Frank Lemke, 118 North Barnstead Road, Center Barnstead.
What's your zip code, Frank?
03225.
Just checking.
Did I get it right?
I think so.
No, it's 0. 0 instead of 0, really?
Really?
Oh,
is it?
I suppose
Letter
you're right.
zeros
It
and
was not a number.
That's right.
You're right. You're right. Why did I say that?
It's the educator in me.
I say it too, Frank.
Right.
I do too.
0321.
All right, so I would like to present. I don't really know how to do this, or I'm probably not going to do it correctly because this is the
We'll
first
just
time.
start right off. You've probably done it all wrong. But
Okay.
proceed.
I would like to present for consideration, I guess.
Yep.
Is the UTV warrant article to allow UTVs, motorcycles, and ATVs on public roads in Barnstable.
Okay.
That's a petition article, right?
Yes, it's a petition warrant article.
Just to make sure that everybody knows. I see the signatures, that's why.
Well, I see. I went ahead and I didn't know all the rules exactly. I actually have 59, but I also got handed another 30, so I have well over 25.
Okay.
There you go.
So I don't know what the procedure is. Do I talk about it? Do I hand it to you? What do I?
So it is a petition warrant article. If you've got the signatures and it's legitimately done, then it goes in to be voted on by the town. Like, we don't have to approve it. There's none of that. What you will have to do is you'll have to present it at town meeting. Right? Because it's, or find somebody that
Okay, I'm not doing that.
just want to do it.
And can I just add?
Yes, go ahead.
It should come into the office so we can date stamp it at the town for tax collector, because we're gonna find all the signatures before it's.
Okay, so
Us to put
all
on.
right, so I have to go to. Okay.
Yep. So you have to take a day off work. Come on in. And again, if you have any questions, you could talk to other Frank, who's not here tonight.
Yeah.
There is other Frank tonight.
He's done.
Okay.
Okay. So my next stop is the tax collection.
Yes.
Mary Jane, she'll
Okay.
look up your signatures, make sure you can forge them in there.
Mine isn't forged. That's all I can tell you. And my wife. She
All right.
signed it.
But you will have to.
You must
will
have been
to get
real nice, right?
I had a bag.
Yeah, I
Come
bet.
on, honey. I said, she loves going to TV. We're on the lake the other day.
There you go.
Okay, question number 2. I was just wondering if the police, fire, and committee, did they make a decision on the town administrator manager?
We've not, Rusty's been sick. We have not got anything from him yet. I reached out to him the other day. Apparently he's putting something together. I guess he's been pretty sick, but apparently he's putting it together. I had mentioned if we could get it for tonight, and I didn't get a reply.
Okay.
So I would expect it coming. Did you hear anything different?
No,
Neil?
but I did speak to him. He likes me better than you. So
Yeah,
he
there's
took,
no doubt.
He took my call.
I tell it like
But
it is. I'm
he's-
sure he does.
So no update, and then there's no meeting tomorrow.
Pardon me? No.
No update, no meetings.
That's it?
Friends and meetings.
Can I say a question? You want to make a decision on what?
The Public Administration Subcommittee.
Yeah.
So they're going to give their recommendations, and Frank's trying to find out if they had. Frank is like a child on Christmas morning waiting to open his presents on this one. Is that accurate?
His BB gun.
It's not.
His
Trust me,
Daisy.
I
He
don't
wants his
relish
Daisy.
doing this, but unfortunately, for the town good, I have constructive criticism, as you said.
Yeah.
But there's an open item that they haven't voted yet for the town, either making that position an administrator or a manager. That's still open, right?
What their recommendation.
Right.
What the recommendation was in that.
Their recommendations will make the decisions.
Yeah,
And then,
you make the
and then that
decision.
does go to town vote. So if there is a change from administrator to manager,
Yeah.
that actually has to be voted on by the town residents.
I just wanted, I know
Yeah.
that they've recommended full-time for the two other positions. I just wanted to know.
And you have every right to ask about it between you and your wife. The best attendance, all the people that had so much to say. We never saw their faces, but you guys took part.
I'm right up there with you.
I
It was
appreciate
you,
it.
Rusty, and me, right?
I appreciated you guys being there as you did.
Very important. Those are
It is.
three very important positions. You want to put that on record, please? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Frank. You got anything, Will? I'm assuming we're Barnstead resident Will, not Deputy Chief Will.
Absolutely correct.
Thank you.
Got the clothing I have on. Robart Hills, 421 Beach Road, 03225.
You gotta
See,
turn that
Frank?
out.
And I signed Frank's petition. He doesn't even know.
You're being up.
I signed your petition.
All right.
I was the lucky solo resident at the opening budget committee meeting last week to give public testimony. And I've had time to digest some of the stuff in that. And I was wondering if we could have a little bit of interaction and talk about the assistant town administrator position that's being created in the budget.
It's not an assistant town administrator.
Okay, correct me. Bill.
It's an administrative assistant to the town administrator.
Got it.
Okay, just to clarify that.
But it's full time with benefits. Okay.
But and again, at this point in time, it's not particularly a new position. So we have not filled Lisa's position, and we have a part-time person filling in that is leaving end of the month. So we actually have a full-time and part-time position that have not been
Correct.
filled. So it's an existing position. We're just rewording. We're rewording some of the job titles. Is what we're doing.
And in all actuality, we are probably dissolving a part-time position, right? We're putting,
I don't know if we're doing that yet.
I think that's how it works.
No, we're losing a part-time. We still have an open full-time.
We have an open full-time. We have Mary Jane full-time in that department. We have Karen full-time in that department. We have Karen, and then we have Suzanne part-time in a full-time position.
Okay.
But go. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, don't worry. This is some good discussion. It's helped clearing things up. It's things that can't really be discussed at the budget committee level that we get out on the table here and directed here. To me, it seems like the town is in a place where it needs a human resources person that specifically does human resources. Somebody who specializes in that, has a degree in that, has maybe worked in that field for a period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe if you call it human resources instead of an administrative assistant to the town administrator, or combine those two things together somehow, it seems like it would clean a lot of things off of Karen's desk to deal with, and she could get back to just doing town administration instead of personnel administration.
Mm-hmm.
And when my thoughts coming in here were we were funding a full-time assistant to the town administrator and backfilling KB's position, maybe that was a little bit of overkill with a 10% increase in the town budget, and there was some way we could combine those positions together, make them half-time, call it whatever you want to call it, and just watch those dollars at the bottom.
And part of that, when you look at that line item, we have just moved a position. So we moved the planning board clerk from the planning board budget to basically the executive office budget to create more of a pool, if you will, and relocating that. So right now, the planning board clerk works up there all by themselves, moving them back into that same space. So is it 4 that we end up with total are all working there. We can almost do a job sharing. So there are that. What would your thoughts be on outsourcing human resources?
To an extent, that can be done, but obviously, human resources is human resources. You have to have some face-to-face time with the humans that you're managing.
It's not AI resources.
I
Doing
think
that
we're
virtually
gonna
does
put that
sound
part
like
of-
a
make that part of-
It is.
great way to go about it. I don't know. Those are my concerns. 10% increase to the bottom line of the town budget is a big, big hit to the taxpayers every year. Taxpayers are very concerned because we got a little bit from the school last year, and we're going to get a lot more this year from the school. And just concerned that jumping 10% is a big amount, and reorganizing in a fashion that would add a full-time position, if I understand it right, is makes me nervous. That's it.
Thanks, Bob. There's no redos. There's no mulligans.
Whisper to your wife and she.
Yeah.
No, she'll mess it up.
Please, Frank. Approach.
Absolutely, I was getting up to do that, Frank Galante, 118 North Barnstead Road, Barnstead, Mass, New Hampshire.
Oh. You're out.
So that was actually a great point. I'm going to say, at the administrative committee meeting, that was a big discussion on an HR person. I believe I was an advocate about bringing somebody in like that. Not somebody, I actually think it's valuable to have an HR person in the department. I've been management for a long time at HR support. To be frank, there were times where
You are always Frank. But thank you.
always.
Thanks for clarifying.
I'll be frank, there was always times where I'd say, we got to fire this person, but they put the brakes on, you got to meet certain criteria, a lot of laws. As a person manager, I didn't know. I think an HR person is definitely needed in this day and age. All of that. And I don't think you should hire anybody, but you got to weigh out the numbers. There's a lot of consulting companies out there that'll do it for a small town. I don't even know how many employees Barnstead has, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But I think that is, and I think Gary will admit, I was very vocal on, HR.
Yeah.
I think that is a very good idea. It's something that I think you should look into. And I was going to talk about it once I bring my speaking about the meeting. So I thought I'd just let you know that it's a great opportunity, something you should look at.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So, just wanted to say that.
One thing we also have to look at too is if Karen was to come down sick or ill or get into a motor vehicle accident and she's out, there's nobody that can do her job in that office. So we need some kind of redundancy in that office too. So,
Yeah, I mean,
that goes for a lot of them. Like,
yeah, it's a
like
field
Karen
in
Boswell
itself.
can't do Mary Jane's job, and that's why we're trying to pull them all together, so kind of cross train everybody and they can kind of help out.
Well, to me, I just personally speaking, I think HR is, get you in trouble, lawsuits start, you say the wrong thing, you do the wrong thing. Been there, done that. So I just think somebody that has that skill set, that went to school for it, and you have to know how to talk to an employee, how to calm them down, how to be able to bring both management and the employee together, and hopefully stifle that. Make some sort of decision that you both come out of it without going to the next step.
Before it
There are employees out there
becomes a
that
problem.
advertise, that'll do it for nothing, and we don't need that. I think it's real good. I was refreshing when you brought that up. I said, oh wow, just took my thunder, but I want to build on it. I really think that's an important thing. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Rick.
Anybody else? Wayne, you look like you're getting ready to go.
Let's go, Wayne.
Wayne, 116 North Road.
Zip code?
Huh?
Zip code? Everybody else did the zip code, Wayne. I want to see if you go with an O or a 0.
I have two concerns. Well, one of them is in regards, is the position you're talking about, is that a new position?
So,
If it's not a new position, then why is the budget going up? And it's not from just the transfer.
so we have salary increases, we have health insurance increases, we have a whole lot of increases. But yours should be on the budget committee asking questions. You're a member of the budget committee.
Right.
That's where you should be funneling these conversations. And not to shut you down. I mean, you are a resident. However, you're also on the budget committee. So I don't know that it's the right forum for a member of the budget committee during the budget negotiations, conversations. I shouldn't say negotiations, come into the board and have that.
Other thing is, I don't know if you remember how many things broke in the buildings in this town this year.
Yeah.
And we're trying to be proactive and fix what is
I realize that.
broken. That's very
That will bring me into my next question. The legislature just approved 107% increase in our meal and hotel tax.
Yep.
That came to the town. And the thing is that this was brought up at the meeting and said, well, the money goes into warrant articles and they can vote them down. Well, the thing is that, my feeling is that, well, first of all, this board has nothing to do with what happened in the town many years ago. And a lot of things were neglected. And I realize that what needs to be addressed. And my feeling is that it has to be one step at a time. We can't fix it all at once. And the biggest thing that we did first, which needed to be addressed, was school. And there's a lot of things in the town that need to be addressed, but they can't be all done at once. Otherwise, we're going to bankrupt the people in the town. And my concern is that if there's money that's sent from the legislature to help taxpayers with a burden, then it should go to the taxpayers. And $250,000 would help lower the cost, because it's easy for, like with the school, when if they have the funds left over, it automatically gets turned over to the town. Well, my feeling is, yes, there's probably needs in the town if they can use that, say, $200,000 or $250,000, whatever it is that goes to the town. But my feeling is that that was voted by the townspeople for the school. And if they don't use the funds, that should lower our tax base. Or either that, or bring it to the people of the town and say, do you want me to lower your taxes, or we really need this? A boiler's going, or an air conditioner's dying. But at least give the town a chance to vote on it.
So Wayne, you and I had a conversation specifically about rooms and meals taxes.
Yeah.
So rooms and meals taxes goes to the revenue line on the town. The revenue line is used to basically offset money we would raise by property taxes.
Correct.
So if it's $250,000, or it's $500,000, or it's $900,000, that comes off the top first, and we don't raise it via property tax. So it absolutely does not. It's not a windfall, and it offsets the property tax. DRA sets our tax rate.
I realize.
So DRA looks at that number along with everything else and says, okay, you got this extra money from legislature. You don't need to raise that property tax.
But
So it's not like it's free money floating around. It's accounted for by the Department of Revenue.
It doesn't get used for boilers or any other
No, we can't.
mishaps.
But the thing is that if you had a straight line budget and you didn't increase your budget for this year, and you went with last year's budget and you got $250,000 from the state, where would that tax money go? It would help to lower the tax.
So so you're asking us not to increase the budget, as opposed to use rooms and meals taxes to offset. That already happens. It happens automatically. Anything that comes from state or federal government goes and offsets what we would raise by taxes. The budget is what's set by the voters. So that's going to go. So it's not that we're getting extra money. So it's a little different. You see it sometimes with the school has a special meeting for unanticipated funds, and then they have to vote to accept it and what they do with it. So it is a different thing. But you're on the budget committee, Wayne. Go through the budget and tell us what to eliminate. The Will has brought up a 10% increase. The fire department's an 11% increase. Like, we have these expenses. It's tough. There are things that we can't do. That we have to put a boiler in the fire station this year. Or we'll have a building with no heat. It's not optional. If we continue to not do our deferred maintenance, we're going to step over $1 to pick up a dime. We're not putting gold gilded trim around our windows. We are doing the bare minimum. What we budgeted for building and maintenance is almost all spent already. We haven't even gotten there because we have a building that may need a roof. We have a building that needs a boiler. We have parts we have 2 town highway trucks that at this point in time are beyond repair. That we have no choice but to replace them, or we can't plow the roads. We get blasted in the public because we don't pay enough, and therefore we can't get good help. That's what they say. So then when we talk about we need to raise the pay, they're saying, don't raise the pay, you're overpaying, we can't afford it. Tell us which direction that you'll accept. Is it a road we can't drive on? Is it a building we can't use? Like, so when we do the budget, it all gets in there so that it can be discussed. If we don't, we can't have a discussion as to what is the critical needs and what is not the critical needs. And yes, we have a school that we're going to pay for over the next 20 years, and it's going to add to the tax rate. So tell us which direction to go.
Well, the thing is that every time you hire a new employee, that's all the benefits and everything else is included.
Yeah. And every time we replace an employee because we couldn't retain one, it's about a $50,000 cost to retain. It's a hire and train a new employee.
Yeah.
So is it cheaper to pay our employees a livable wage and retain them than it is to replace them? Like, those are all the things that the board has to consider and deal with. And over the last few years, we have had to increase the pay for fire, highway, police, our administrative assistants within the building to be competitive with just, heck, in some cases, we're not competitive with Dunkin' Donuts. Like, we honestly have employees that could quit tomorrow and go to Dunkin' Donuts, probably make more money.
And I realize that because I've been on board for 6 months, 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I realize that. But we also are paying 90% of the health insurance.
Okay.
And the thing is that, there's people out there working that are paying $250 a week for their health insurance.
I do.
Yeah.
At my job.
And the thing is that is part of your salary too, and people have to realize that.
Mm-hmm. So you want to cut their benefits?
I didn't say that.
Would we retain? That is what I think you just told me.
I
Like,
just said that
would they stay?
No, the employees have to realize that too, that, that's part of the income.
We make it extremely clear every time we go into a hiring process that this money is comparable to what's around, but our benefit package is just as good, if not better than most. And we influx that on them that our benefit, if you don't have this, it's here. It's big for us.
However, Pittsfield has this very similar benefit package to what we have. Chichester, similar benefit package to what we have. Epsom, similar benefit package to what we have. We're not special in our benefit package.
Wow.
So many towns do and pay more.
Yeah.
So it's not a simple.
No, it isn't, because the thing is, like you say, you can go now to McDonald's and make $20 an hour.
Yep.
And that's the problem, is that, somebody that, you've got people now, they can't get people to drive a wheelchair.
Yep.
Because the competition is so great that they're making $40 or $50 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to pay somebody that's got a skilled trade less. You have to pay.
Right.
I realize that.
I mean, that's the thing. You want to pay someone $20 an hour to drive $1 million truck? That's not skilled.
No, I didn't not say
Like a highway truck, $300,000.
Yeah.
You better be paid accordingly, and they're better be skilled.
We have to be competitive.
And 60% of our budget is salary and benefits.
Everything's going up. Everything,
tough.
everywhere. And, it's a balancing act. You got to please the taxpayers. You got to retain the help like you're talking about. And when everything is broken or things need to be replaced, it's a lot higher than it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And we're finding that out with all of the things that have, things happen, boilers and generators. And
I mean, yeah, you saw the budget. We only budgeted $20,000 for building maintenance last year. We spent $122,000 because of what we had to do between generators failing, boilers failing.
We didn't have a choice
We didn't
to
have
do
an
it.
option. Yeah. So, and we just had to put a water system in for a town hall on fire because there's arsenic in the water. Like, you don't have a choice.
And we know that putting 20,000 in it this year isn't going to help, especially when we know
Because we
what's
already know
ahead.
what's on
We already
the
know
list.
what's ahead. Yeah,
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
we got hit hard last year. Wait,
It was a tough year.
It's a real tough year.
Anyone else for public input? You're right there. You gonna come back?
They only get 3 minutes.
Triple header.
Oh. Hang on, let me see. You got 2 minutes.
I got 2 minutes.
2 minutes because we have a gentleman from North Point here.
I said, New Hampshire, 03225.
All right, good job, Frank.
So just talk about personnel. I absolutely get what you're saying. I feel it should be doing the prevailing wage. The one thing that I was going to talk about once the administrative committee is done is I didn't see that in the committee at all. I saw, I'm going to give you all my highlights, but the committee did not take into account a good discussion on staffing hours of those 3 positions at all. And you guys talking about, I think you're saying the right things and everything, but the committee failed in that area.
Did you just say the staffing hours?
Staffing hours.
Well, of course we did. We're talking about part-time or full-time. That's the staffing hours.
That's the
We
staffing
discuss
hours.
it every meeting.
You discussed it every meeting.
Are you talking like do they work 9 to 5, 3 to 7?
No, 32 to 8, 32 to 40 hours.
Okay.
I feel personally that the police chief, you have a part-time police chief today, and he's a line officer, whatever that may be, why bump him up to 40? The excuses that were given to me at that committee, or stated at that committee, was probably better stated, is that he didn't discuss it. He really didn't discuss those positions.
We discussed it at state police department. He would be on patrol. He'd be a working police chief.
I disagree. I think that's a failure of the.
All right, so that's-
Because you
Not to cut
disagree
you
with
off,
it doesn't mean
But
it
that's
wasn't
really an
discussed.
administrative subcommittee
Okay.
conversation, and then their recommendation is going to come to.
Oh yeah,
the board, and let's
absolutely,
face it-
absolutely. I just thought we should just talking about positions.
Those are salaried positions. Every one of them is a salaried position.
It's still money, right?
Right, but it
So-
means that they might work 50 hours.
Yeah.
They might
It's
work
gonna be a give
32
and take.
hours. They might,
Absolutely.
yeah. So it's, you know how salary works.
I know how it works. Trust me, I wish I was out.
No, you don't, because you would. It would be terrible for you.
All the hours I put in, I wish I was out. I just thought I'd come up here and talk about it because I really felt that I actually twofold. I agree that you should be paid the prevailing wage. To answer your question, you don't want a 20-hour-a-week person driving a $300,000 truck. I think a couple of them slid off the road just recently.
And I know you don't mean to demean their abilities as to how well they drive, but that was in a brutal ice storm.
I'm just throwing that out there because it was, you don't want it. So
Right,
you brought it
yeah,
up, so I'm just throwing it up. And there could be fatigue too. In my line of work, people are only allowed to work 12 hours. That's it.
You should know, I know that position all too well.
And there.
So
All right.
I just wanted to say, I mean, you're going to see highlights of this once the committee meeting.
I can't wait.
Well,
There you go. All right.
Thank you.
Anybody else for public input? Close public input at 6:31, and guys from North Point are here.
How we doing? Good, thanks.
Jeff Lewis from North Point. Gavin Leonard.
All right. Gavin? Kevin. Okay. And Jeff, you've been working for the town already.
We've been working with the planning board. I've been doing most of the work with the planning board. We've done several reviews of some applications for the planning board in the past several years.
Okay.
So that's what we've basically done in the town of Barnstead. Karen and I are physical engineers and two co-owners of North Point. We've been in business for just over 20 years. 21 years. We're in Concord, so close by, not far away. We do a lot of municipal work for towns about the size of Barnstead, around the state, from up in north of 93 down to southern New Hampshire. So we try to focus on something of tech stuff that you're looking for. That we do planning boards, a lot of we do, as well as infrastructure design projects. We do a lot of small bridge, home replacements, stuff like that, or construction improvements, capital improvement projects for towns across the state. So it sounds like something that we're looking to expand kind of the scope of what we're currently doing for the town on an on-call basis or as needed. They want to focus on FEMA projects. It sounds like.
So we're wrapping up our final FEMA project. Thank God. That one will be done.
Yep.
So there would be hopefully no future FEMA work ever again. But so for the most part, it's municipal road, bridge on some of our projects is what we're looking for. I think on planning board, we're actually looking to shift that to more third party engineers from the planners or the applicants. Just because our planning, our engineering expense for our planning board. So
That's what North Point would have been.
Right.
Was a third party at the time.
When you were doing third party. So that will probably stay that third party, just like it is with the stuff you're doing. And really town roads, down culverts, down bridges. We still have a list of projects that need to be taken care of.
Pretty good size list.
Yeah.
So for us, it's just understanding kind of what the priorities are from year to year, and making sure it's stuff we can handle. We're doing that multiple times, line it up so it's in our workload, in our kind of schedule for surveying and mapping and stuff like that for any type of project you have. If it's a linear road project, it needs more expansive. A lot of stuff we do is really isolated culverts. We're doing culvert design right in Wilmington right now for them. Culvert replacement. So it's really understanding what those priorities are, how to evaluate them if you need to.
And I think we're at a point where we're going to need to create a new priority list. Is that accurate? Because I think we've got two that were on that list that I think one of them we've got a pretty simple solution, maybe the other one. But then it'll be going through exactly what's the next urgent, and then trying to triage and get back ahead of the roads.
We're routinely, as you know, these projects start at kind of the ground level, like surveying and planning. What we're trying to do, this is the budget we need, but then you need to get the engineer, you need to get permits, you need to budget it, you need to secure money to build it. So it's often talking about a warrant article potentially, or if you don't have built into your budget, which a lot of these projects are usually the extra money from somewhere.
Yeah.
And then obviously seeing it through construction with big projects and construction administration has to do it.
Do you guys have someone on staff for grant writing? Any chance?
We don't have grant writing.
That'd be a great thing for you.
We have we work a lot with projects that have grants though, so there's always something else to something finally make happen. I mean,
Mostly we've been involved in grants.
Right. We have not been real good at securing grants, and there's plenty of grants out there. We just haven't.
Yeah. So the ARM fund grant is what we're close to with. So one of the culverts, small big projects we have had funds associated with
Question?
Do you use any subcontractors, or you guys have an engineer? You pretty much do it all yourself.
I think they're just the engineering.
Okay.
And then you put the RFP out.
So if you need a survey done or something, you utilize a company that does that.
We have some.
They bring that information back to you. You would write it up.
Yeah, we would subcontract all the survey work. So we have a network of surveyors we work with. So we probably get one of them to commit to help us out here for our said.
What about permitting and applications and stuff like
would
that? You do all that?
We do all the permitting ourselves. We have in-house environmental guys who do environmental permitting, so that's a lot of.
Okay.
Yeah. We do all the civil permitting. We probably, some of these projects, they want geotech, so we hire a geotech to do any type of subsurface.
Okay.
Reporting. Those are primarily the two tech results we use. I mean, depending on the nature of the project, we may need some other structural or some other special.
Well, that's something that's projects, but for the most part, we do everything in-house. The hard civil design and with the wetland scientists in-house, we do all that permitting. So work with DES and EPA and
Okay.
all of that stuff's happening.
Good.
How'd you do at Columbia? Yeah. My niece is there now. Should I have her ask about you?
I did very well. junior, senior years.
Not so much.
Yes. First couple of years were really.
It was a little rough. Well, I see Kevin went to UNH. That's a whole different level. There's a lot more fun at UNH than there is at Columbia. Would that be?
Is it what?
More fun at UNH than it is at Columbia.
What towns locally do you work with? You said Gilman.
We're working with kind of Wilmington right now, Stanfordton, working for Carroll, just been working here, Boston, Lyndborough, Francistown, all towns that we are actively working with. Yeah.
You got them on page 5. Oh,
Oh, I
I
don't
think
have a book.
you don't have it here.
Some of them
What?
we missed.
No, those were on the table back there.
There you go.
A
Gary,
lot of
go ahead.
entities that we can work with
Good.
for a long time too. But,
Yeah.
you know, we're a small firm, you know, on the firm, we're here interviewing with you and with the people that you've been working with. And we want to establish a relationship and hopefully working together 20 years from now. That's kind of our mentality. So, very like hands-on and communication. And at some bigger firms, we deal with this person today and this person tomorrow. And so that's one thing that we can provide when we're the same group of people.
Wait, you did the one on Cyrus Street. Remember that happened.
We've done a couple of fire stations, a bunch of libraries, town hall projects, railroad track projects.
Talk about a fire station with the fire guys here, okay? We'll
You're
talk
gonna
about
be,
that
all
another
excited in a minute. Yeah. Andy, you got anything else?
If you had to, like engineer simple culvert replacement there, what would be roughly the turnaround time? If this board told you we needed this engineered, this culvert replacement, you know,
What size culvert are we talking about?
we'll pick 5-foot HDPE. Because we just did one with a 3-foot overflow.
Okay,
You asked what size?
No, that's I mean, the answer to that is, you know, wetland mapping and survey work can happen, you know, within a couple months.
Yep.
And so with that kind of lead time for the field work, depends on time of year. Like I said, doing that today, that might be, you know, we might, in a bad winter condition, you might have to wait till spring or something. So the seasons do affect it, but, and then we could be rolling into design, you know, in the spring. There's no reason to do that. Wetlands permitting takes a while, right? And so that you guys are planning on that piece, 75 to 90 days or something like that. So you're a couple months, 2 to 4, 6 months, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, normally, sometimes we work with projects where the town's trying to self-perform an installation, for instance, and so in a situation like that, you could potentially roll into that now and get it in the fall. You know what I mean? If it's something where you're trying to budget in the fall for budget season for a warrant article, then you want to be like you're ahead of stuff.
That's what I was saying. It depends on what it's funded. Like if we had money right now for a project, for a call, we want to replace it this year, we could get it surveyed in the spring and designed and permits. You know, it depends. The construction would be a part of it. If you have to sit out to bid, then you'd be bidding in the summer, and it'd be harder to get competitive numbers. But we just did a town involved in accepting did the design in the spring and bid it and get it built and built by September. We had no culvert, there was no well permitting. So working with whatever, you know.
A lot of times, if you have one on the ones that you're trying to get, the best time to be bidding a project is January, February. So like we'd like to be putting together bid documents in January, advertising projects, and getting your bids back in February. Even if you don't have the money to do that sometimes, right? So relying on our warrant article in March, they'll still get bidders to respond, and bidders are hungry for next year's work, right? So you get a fair amount of response, and everyone's being competitive on the pricing. If you bid something, which we've done because of circumstances that worked out, we try to bid something in June, and you get one bidder, and say, I'll do it if you pay me a premium because I'm busy. You know what I mean? So part of the strategy on trying to trying to hit the market right, so that everyone doesn't have enough money, so try to get the best price you can with a qualified bidder. And so my advice to that would be to try to step out in January, February, and you pitch it on the vote in March, which you'll have a vibe on whether or not that's you're gonna have support of that. And then you're ready. Then you get the money in March, then you're off and running.
Cool. I was just thinking, long term for the planning wise. So, but I agree. January, February, did you guys RFPs out there?
Yeah, because we had one project last year.
One bid.
Yeah.
And then you're like stuck. It's like, do you take it, or is it a really good price? Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But if you need it done, it's like.
Well, and that's the hard part. It's like we had to because we have a time crunch with permits, FEMA. So.
Best thing you can do. I mean, every town's fighting the same problem. Is prioritize the projects. Try to get a year ahead of them, so you know what you're doing next year and following year, and so you can just stay ahead and not let the design permitting be driving your bus. Let your target execution drive the bus. You know what I mean? So you're kind of mapping things out year at a time. And so a lot of times that's what we're doing with towns. What are we doing next year? Let's get that moving. Get the clock set. Get everything lined up, and then don't decide what you're doing the next year. Because if you wait too long, you're losing it. Okay.
Right.
Rick, you got anything?
Nope, I'm good.
So,
I'm good.
guys, sorry. Not to just summarily dismiss you guys. You should have bring the Northeastern guy next time. So my company we intern with Northeastern. Is it? So that's what we do, and then every once in a while they hire somebody from Wentworth.
Yeah.
And we have a guy from MIT. They can't sit next to each other.
Right.
They have to be separated. Yeah, our main office is in Cleveland. Guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Let us know if you
You got it. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Kevin.
have a good night.
So he's going to call it. So we got the fire chief, it's going to be a non-public, and then Jarvis is going to be public. Can we call Jarvis early?
I can call whenever you want me to.
Well, that way we do the public stuff first, send everybody home and go to non-public. Al, you okay with that? Will?
I just have a question. I don't know if you guys noticed on MJ's card, but she would like to have a replacement. She would like to stop taking my notes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
just everything's getting too much. So she
You
would
saw
like,
this on what card?
on her time card.
Oh,
See how observant I am?
you're sending notes on your time card. That's good, that's good.
If I could add, we have had that discussion, I also want the public to be aware that, the office staff does handle, our HR concerns. They have training, we have workshops, we are up to date. Some of the problems that we face are space. Everybody is all together in the office, so hopefully with the building that will eliminate some of those concerns for confidentiality and having the space.
So, and I think we've got a plan to move town clerk treasurer out front, which is going to free up in the immediate time some space there. So, and we should talk about using some of the AI note-taking capabilities. Do that.
It does make things a little easier. You still have to review it though.
Yep. Okay. And then while we got a minute, Karen, we sent the library a request for reimbursement because they'd gone over in their salary line,
Correct,
but they did not go over their total budget.
but it's, so, we have this issue before that we've had to face. So because they're a separate board and entity, what they send over for salary is just that they cannot go over their salary line. The other items in the budget are, items that we pay for heat and electric. It's just all considered part of the budget, but their salary is specific to that. in the past, we've had these issues, we've had legal response, and so we've asked them just to please cut us a check
Mhm.
to do what they're supposed to do out of their separate funds.
So the feedback I got from Michael today was different.
Okay, well,
It was not to have them, if they still have money in their budget
So,
overall.
so if they know they're gonna have extra money in their budget, they could just add some money to their salaries, is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what he's saying at all.
Well, that's what they're doing.
No, I don't think that's what they're doing.
and,
No,
and
it's not what
certainly,
I'm talking about.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. They're $800 over, and they're still $962.13.
and maybe if you could reach back out to that attorney, because the attorney that left that farm, that was
Right.
here with Michael, that was his opinion.
Okay.
So it's the same firm,
Yeah, Michael.
two different opinions, just to clarify.
Yeah.
Yes, and I did contact Daniel to have that discussion instead of just sending the letter over that the board felt.
Okay. And then we could, as the board, we could move the money out of what's left over in their heating to cover their salary as well, and just
I'm
put it
not
to
sure
us.
if you can get legal opinion on it.
Yeah.
They're a separate
It just seems like
entity.
we're going to ask them to use taxpayer dollars to pay back taxpayer dollars.
It's not taxpayer
No,
dollars,
it comes out of
it's
the
their
trust.
separate
Yeah.
funds that they have.
So I think we'll take it up with Michael Lamar. I don't know that we want to start a fight with the library over $1,035. But it's his opinion was
That's
different.
all the more reason they shouldn't give out bonus checks.
They
Yeah,
didn't-
there you go.
They do it every year.
I don't think they did this year, but
They do it every single year. When the first year I brought it up, Ed Tasker said, "Don't even open up that can of worms." I'm gonna shut my mouth. 4 years ago.
And certainly discussion that, I think some of these discussions that come up could be handled in non-public or.
I don't know if this can. This is financial. It's town financial, so it can't be.
Salaries, it's people's salaries, but just to get clarification on that.
Yeah, okay. You got it.
Hello.
Hey, Jarvis.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
just so you know that you're in a public session and there's like 75 people here listening.
Well, we hope you're having a blast in Vegas.
So be careful what you say. All right. So Jarvis, what do you want to start with? You got Hartshorn Bridge, and then you got some truck quotes.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do Hartshorn first.
Okay.
Oh,
What do you got, bud?
So Rick's got the, Karen has the quotes for Hartshorn.
it should be in the new business.
Old business.
Isn't that one? No. Should be a big letter. on the front of it. Old business? Yeah.
There it is. So there's a quote for, got a couple of them. Jarvis, I got one for $20,300 in engineering services.
Yeah.
And then a cost for the culvert, curb walls, cutoff walls,
Material list, basically.
material list. What was that?
140. 140,000.
Yeah, and they, basically what they were saying was, they shortened it to 100 feet versus the 120.
Okay.
Because we could reuse some of that old rock as a head wall.
Yep.
We shortened it on we can shorten it on either side. It does not matter.
Who's gonna add those those wings to the either end, sidewalls, whatever you want to call
This is a heck of a lot better than $2 million.
them. Well, remember, that's only half of it. That's only
We're still in a better shape.
we still have to go up street.
Right, because then we'd have paving on top.
Yeah, and that would be just probably say 30 feet 85 with the road.
And this is just materials, so we still have labor
Correct.
that would go in with
Without
it.
rebid.
Okay. So they're 140,000 in materials, basically 20,000 in engineering.
160.
What's that?
160. Yeah.
160.
That's the total on that.
Yeah, I think the concrete was what, 98.
98.
A little bit more.
98, almost 99.
So we'll call it 140. Safe.
Where's that coming from?
And have we set aside money for Hartshorn Parade at this point in time yet? So it would just be out of one of the regular.
You can use the bridge one, yeah.
And what do we have in the bridge?
Or you can use municipal road.
523.
Okay.
Yeah, we still got $500,000.
Still $5 million in it.
Just don't forget those 400,000 that's already spoken for too, for Will Smith, from a planning board decision. So just don't forget about that.
Yeah, but I think we're going to do that a different way. We're not using bridge money for Will Smith.
Exactly.
We're going to do a warrant article.
Okay.
Let the town vote it.
I'm just letting you know.
Right.
So
Because that'll be up to, because that gives the town the town residents the opportunity to say no on that one.
because there's 6 years for that, yeah.
Right. So if it doesn't pass, and it can be broken up over 6 years as well
Right.
to do it. But rather than taking the bridge money for that.
At this point, with the way that's collapsing,
That has to be a sooner rather than later project. Okay. In their engineering work, Jarvis, would they put together a scope of work for us to go out to bid the contractors with? That included in that 20,000?
yes, Chad did say you had everything, so we RFPs, so we can put it up to bid.
Okay. So do we want to move forward and have them put together a bid package?
I really think we should over there
Okay.
before that does.
What's his lead time, Jarvis, to get us a bid package that can go out?
I did not give you a time, but right now would be a better time to, they're a little bit slower because it's winter time.
Okay.
I'm assuming probably within the next couple of weeks.
Do we need to wait for that before we do the engineering, or to know what the total cost is going to be, or
We need the engine. Well, we don't need the. We need a bid package first.
The RFP,
we do need the RFP?
and then you get your total cost.
Right. He put it together. We get a budgeted total. We go out to bid,
Okay,
and he does. We need the engineering completed before we can actually
right, I got you.
complete the bid process. But we could at least get the project started, so
Okay.
we're not doing what we did last year and trying to get somebody in October to pave.
Yeah. Or December.
Yeah, I thought the pricing actually looked pretty good. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know what the engineering, what the construction cost is going to be, but
Right.
especially the engineering.
Big difference.
So I'll make a motion. We move forward with the engineering and get an RFP for the whole project. Jarvis, okay with that?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
And I'll reach out to Mike and send him a phone call or email tomorrow, just to
Get him started.
know that we're moving forward with it. You can start the process of the RFP.
Okay. All right.
Jarvis, are we going to have him look at the top of Parade Hill as well, or are we going to hold off on that?
The top trade hill, you talking about the culverts?
No, I'm talking about
The whole project itself?
the intersection, the major intersection up there that needs revamping.
Parade Hill and Province Road.
Mhm.
What are you talking about? That thing's sweet. You on a rotary?
I think it's great. You know,
Frank will be very happy if we got a rotary up there. They just go out and drive around and home to.
one of those ones with the island in it.
Yeah, we need to get, that road needs to be lifted, we have to lift it. We gotta find out the property owners on either side.
Okay.
Because we might have to shift the road a little bit to accommodate, so we come into that corner a little bit better. We gotta eliminate that triangle.
That's gonna be engineered.
Right.
So it's gonna be either you wait to go with an engineering firm or try to go.
With Michigan.
Yeah.
It might make sense to have an engineering firm do the. If
Yeah.
we talk to North Point and Dubois
Maybe
to do that, have Mitchie focus on
Yeah,
Hartshorn
I'm just
because they get a feeling.
anxious for dollar amount.
Right.
And I
That's
and I
all.
feel like they're at least familiar with that area.
Yep.
Okay, so,
Okay.
you want a motion to sign these here to get going on it?
Yeah. Well, we'll sign the engineering run, but not the materials at this point in time.
Just a quote.
All right.
You just made the motion just to approve going forward.
Right.
So
Is there a spot to sign it?
this has it for Jarvis to sign on the back.
Look at you, Jarvis.
He can pay for it.
So
Travis, you don't make that much.
That's right.
You just need to work harder, just work more hours, Jarvis, so we can pay for
so they can do it.
Contractor didn't pack, Jeff. All right. So you have to sign this.
Okay.
I
Too bad
don't
for
think- I
Jarvis.
don't think Jarvis can sign this.
I don't think so.
No. But I'll make a motion for you to sign it for $20,300 in engineering.
I'll second.
All in favor?
it.
If one of you, I believe Chad's email is on there, so you guys have a signed contract for Karen wants to send it over to them.
Okay.
But that makes it easier, if you guys are the ones signing it. And I can just, have a conversation with them, or someone else, it doesn't matter either way.
Well, we don't care if you talk to him.
Yeah. That's nice.
All right, there you go, Jarvis. All right, so Jarvis, you sent me a truck quote for an F600.
Yes, we did.
Is that available?
It'll be available, they were thinking March 12th.
Okay.
Thought there was something already.
Or possibly sooner. They
10-wheelers.
I did talk to the owner of Claremont Ford. He does have one, he's got a few on site, so it's a possibility, we might be able to get one over to HP Fairfield sooner because they have all the gear sitting at their location.
And that cost, Jarvis, was that fully outfitted?
That is fully outfitted.
And does that fit with the money we have?
I was going to say, where we take that
Not fully. We only have 152,680 in the expendable trust.
Okay.
For that.
We have somewhere we can pull the balance. And we have the 58 coming. We just have to accept that in March, which we're not getting until March.
I mean, you can make this contingent upon town meeting. And let them know that it's all contingent.
Yeah, but we'd have to order it now.
We got to order it now.
Yeah.
But the 58 we already have
That's just a reimbursement.
is a reimbursement, which means that it's the procedure of accepting it to be able to cover it. So Jarvis, this would which truck would this replace?
Well, it either probably the Freightliner or the International, one of those two.
All right.
But we are going to but we will recuperate some money.
Can you tell Ford of Claremont we want 10 grand for it and trade in?
No.
I know, it's not worth it.
I would like to see 40 again.
40. All right.
Is one of those trucks truck 2?
Truck 29 and truck 2.
2.
And which one is completely down at this point in time? The 29?
29 at this moment is sitting at Jordan's waiting for a radiator to be installed because it's completely cracked.
Okay.
He's got the radiator up. I'm not sure. I don't know where he's at with it.
Rick, what do you think?
Well, we don't have a choice.
And this is a non-CDL
Try to-
truck,
Try to
right?
squeeze some money.
Correct.
Okay.
So
If-
anyone can drive.
If we sent,
Yes.
oh, hang on, easy.
She doesn't have a med card though.
That's right.
Ron might be available.
So Jarvis, could you live without truck 29 right now if we sent that to auction ahead
Yes.
and get it auctioned off before we take delivery of this truck so that we can use the proceeds to cover the $10,000 you're short in the account? Okay.
Yep.
Andy, what do you think? All right.
Not that I would want it, but never mind. 4,000. Yeah. Put it up there and watch.
This way it allows us to not impact taxes. It's already money that's been set aside. It's money coming from the grant and it's trade selling the truck. So it doesn't hit the taxes this year. It gets 29 out of there. And then the Warren article would be to replace truck 2 at that point in time, right?
I mean, I would make it just contingent on town meeting, just in case. You never know what'll happen, but I think we should go forward with
Yeah.
but just contingent and let them know that.
So what would we be asking for at town meeting on this?
I mean,
That would get turned down.
hey, I never know. I'm not even trying to take a wild guess.
Well, no, but so you have the 152 of the $162,000 purchase already. We auction the truck and he gets the 40. That covers the purchase.
Really wouldn't be asking for anything.
Right, we won't be asking for anything. If we need anything, it's the $58,000 grant that's coming back that merely the town has to just accept it. But that's where that has to go to. That can't be spent. We can't go out and buy anything exciting with that. You know, it's dedicated to the truck, so I don't know that we've got a contingency that we have to worry about. Because the funding, it really already exists.
Mm-hmm.
So we could go ahead and buy it before town meeting.
We could buy it now. And that's why we auction off 29 first, since not that it's a spare truck, it's just not worth putting any more money in.
As long as 2 goes.
Yeah,
That's just a money pit.
Just in case something drastic happens.
Right.
Literally just drive it for so long.
I mean, they just don't invoice us till after town meeting.
Well, we may not get it until after town meeting. It sounds like we're not going to get it till March.
So what I can do tomorrow is reach out to Claremont, the owner, and see roughly if he's got one on site, and reach out to HP Fairfield to see if he's got one on site, if he can push it versus the ones that they're supposed to deliver,
Okay.
and see if we could get them sooner. Because he's got 3 scheduled to be built.
Right.
Now, how many built? And HP Fairfield's got everything all free sitting on site. You're just waiting for the truck.
Got it.
And you said all they need is that we were going to commit to it, right?
Correct. And if we wanted a second one, they're willing to until the grant can
So your second truck would be the. Go ahead, Jarvis.
That one we wouldn't need right off the bat. That would, we could eventually do in March or whatever. At least the truck, would not be sold out from under us.
But
If the grant did go through, at least we have a letter of intent sitting there.
so the letter of intent keeps them building it, right?
Yes, he's gonna build it no matter what.
Okay.
Three trucks that we've got are being built, whether we take two of them, if we take one of them, the three are being built, he's gonna put them on the lot, so.
Okay. Well, talk to him tomorrow, Jarvis. See what you have to do to get the two held. One will use the funding that we currently have already in the reserve, plus the proceeds of truck 29, and then we have the grant reimbursement come back to the 58. And then the other one's going to be contingent on getting another grant or the town meeting vote, one or the other.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, Jarvis?
No, it does.
And these are both non-CDL trucks.
Correct. They consider class 6, no air brakes, and they are 22,000 DPW.
Okay.
We have options to change out the front house how we want. We can go highway file, street file, whatever. It's our options how we want to take them out. And it doesn't cost us anything.
Okay.
And they come with leaks.
All right.
Stainless bodies. And they're built in slide downs.
Awesome. All right. And when are you back?
I'll be back Friday morning. I'll be back Thursday.
Okay. All right. Do we need a motion to send him ahead? Okay. So I'll make a motion that we move forward with the one truck and a letter of commitment on the second truck. Funding for the first truck is capital reserve fund plus the proceeds of the auction, and then back it up with the proceeds from the grant that we already have. We just have to accept the money. Okay. And Jarvis, you'll get the one auctioned off. 29 get it to the auction.
Yes, when I get back, I'll take some photos and I will reach out to our listing person that we deal with that Andy dealt with years past. I think it's Gov Bids or Gov.
Okay.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
second your motion.
I have it.
Just want to make sure we have everything in the motion. All right. You got it, Mary Jane? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. And then, Karen, you want to draft up a letter of commitment on the second one for the board to look at for next week? Jarvis, would you get, are the details on the second truck basically the same as the quote you sent over?
Yes, they would be identical spec trucks.
Okay, so everything, Karen, you have that, right?
Yes.
All right, so you have all the details that we need to put in there, so what we're going to commit to. All right. Awesome. Anybody got anything else for Jarvis?
We don't think so.
All right. Jarvis, thanks.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Stay away from the slots.
Well, that's where we're at right now, so.
Did you have a question?
One other thing before I get off, so Fairfield, I know it does have Class big trucks, and their lead time, because they have it in-house, is 60 to 90 days.
And that's on a 6-wheeler or a 10-wheeler?
Correct. And they are the same price point as ATV.
Okay.
They have the same specs as what ATV has.
And that one we don't at this point in time have funding for. Another big one. Okay. All right.
We'd have to do a
Warrant article. Right, that's right. You wanted to consider a lease. Do we have numbers for a lease, Jarvis? Yeah.
Karen was going to reach out to the lease company or whoever she had to do with to see what their options were.
We'll do that so we can look at a warrant article for it. And would you replace the 10-wheeler at this point in time?
Yes,
Okay,
we only need one, we don't need two.
all right,
And the price point was the same between the 305 and 315 as of a wheeler.
okay,
That ATG and all the other two vendors were looking to quote us as a fully outfitted truck.
got it. All right, yeah, and the lease has to wait for town meeting anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, at least so you guys have that in my hands, you just know.
Okay, well, we have to put our warrant articles together anyway.
Yeah.
All right,
Thank you.
thanks,
Thank
Sheriff.
you.
Good luck.
Bye.
Thank you.
Anybody else got anything else before we go into non-public? Travis,
Do you want to talk about
the front?
this
Yes.
front area here? Because I do have some drawings, but basically,
Yeah, I just need
basically, if you take that section behind you, that wall you're looking at, and you come in off that corner, and you come this way 8 feet, and then open up everything in the middle, all the way to the front of the building. What that'll do is that'll put a 18 by 19 foot room, one big room right there. Still keep the door coming in and the door going into that office, keep both of them. We're not gonna change much on this left section because the fire alarm system and some other major electronics and wiring and everything else would have to be relocated. So to keep the cost down, we're just going to maintain and keep that the way it is. A little kitchenette on that corner right there so that we still have a little kitchen. This would allow us to move Jesse and Melissa over there pretty quick and run our DMV and our registration tax collection in that room. Because when we start this project in the back, they're going to have to be gone. Not sure what we're going to do with everybody else yet,
But for the most part, everybody else we can put them on wheels,
yeah,
move them, but they can't move multiple.
yeah, and I
times.
think it's a pretty good idea because it does open it up in there. We can use that later for a lot of different events or functions or whatever. I know the Historical Society uses that quite a bit and some of the other things, but for the time being, I think it'd be a pretty good move.
And we're not wasting the money because we'll use it.
We'll be able to use it,
Reuse it.
reuse it. Estimated cost is about $30,000.
Does that include fixing the floor?
Includes supporting the floor. Also putting an area in there that we can secure. The tax collector, town clerk have to have a secure area for their things.
Right.
License plates, money, whatever. So we're going to be able to put something like that in there too. We'll probably have to beef up the floor a little bit. And then we probably might have to put a few more supports up top from what we were looking at. So yeah.
And this we would be using existing money that's been voted by the town already in that fund.
Yep.
To go over there.
Yeah, we were just looking at. Can we take that out of building maintenance?
The building maintenance on the trustee report is school belongs to.
That belongs to the school.
They get a little
I
upset.
was wondering why that was so damn high.
Just saying. That might raise a red flag. Someone,
Well, can we just give them an IOU or something? They're spending so much money, they won't miss the 30 grand. Trust me. All right. So yeah, we'll have to take that out of. Unfortunately,
how much is in that public safety building fund?
When do you
There's
think
500.
you'd start this?
Tomorrow.
By the end of the week,
Oh, really? In completion?
beginning of next week. Probably
Completion?
take a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Really?
Really, most of it's cosmetic besides the
Yeah.
support beams that we have to put in. Downstairs is
Because that was done a couple of years
they
ago.
did a really nice job downstairs. We got some great 12-inch I-beams that run all the way across this thing. There was a couple of spots underneath that we put some supports in because the floor, some of the joists that were running this way were a little questionable, so they put a couple supports in for those. So I mean, it's in pretty good shape. It's in real good shape, actually.
Are we still gonna be able to have the, employee gathering on the 21st?
That's going to be in here.
That'll be in here, right?
We have it in here. We
Yeah,
use
that
the
wall's
kitchen
not actually
area.
being removed, so we could probably just cover it.
Okay, just one picture.
On the 21st
January.
So
Yeah,
looks
so
like
we can
a
tomorrow,
couple days
Next
away,
week.
right?
Next week.
Next week?
Next Wednesday.
next Wednesday.
Yeah, we may not even start before that.
Okay.
I said you still gotta move all the planning board.
We got to clear that room out. We got a lot of stuff to move. I was kind of hoping maybe Jarvis's guys, if they weren't, plowing,
Plowing, sanding, salting,
Yeah.
scraping.
they
chasing
might be able to
raindrops.
help out with some of the moving.
So who's the we that's gonna do the construction?
Right now, we got a couple of guys that are, they work for Bethel Builders that are not working right at the moment. That's why I kind of want to jump on this right away because
You got some guys that are furloughed.
if we wait for the spring, everybody's going to be busy and we're probably not going to be able to get anybody in there. So they can start right away.
And Karen, where is Christine sitting right now? Did she start it already?
Yes, so she is out in the planning board.
So do we have room to squeeze her? Mary Jane, you guys can bunk up?
The file cabinets in there, what is that? That's all tax map info or lot info? Is that most of what's in there? Yeah. Okay. So that really doesn't have to be locked and key, right?
I mean, it could be out here locked up, like these are. Mary Jane. Okay.
Can you lock those cabinets in there too, just like these ones? All right. Cause yeah, if we can move most of that stuff out of there. Okay.
What do you think the lead time was to do it?
They can start anytime,
But how it's going to affect?
2 to 3 weeks probably.
Okay. So if we have to, Christine can sit at the desk in your office for now. If she's getting
We'll make it work.
up to speed. Or when Suzanne, on her day, she's not here. Can just bounce around. And then once Jesse and Melissa move there,
Right.
you'll have that space there.
We could put a desk upstairs, but kind of scares me.
Probably not the best idea.
So I need 30, not to exceed 35.
35. All right. I'll make a motion for project start not to exceed $35,000 out of the public safety building fund, that capital reserve
Capital reserve, yeah.
Second.
fund. Those in favor?
All right.
Do you need a permit?
I'm gonna ask one question though. There is nothing additional that the tax clerk's office needs besides internet and electricity, right? I mean, internet.
Mostly
and electricity.
yeah, which is already there.
Already there, so we just pay attention when we.
Don't cut the wires.
That's what I mean, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the only part that not really included in this, which I'm not sure how we're gonna do later, is, and we'll have to talk about that when we get to the addition. The the computer services and stuff, we need, that has to go somewhere
Right.
temporarily and stay up and running. So we may end up temporarily relocating it to there.
Okay.
After the remodel.
All right. And that's the server that's hanging in your office right now? So that's not a big deal to hang that on.
It shouldn't be.
So it's not a lot of space.
It really
It's not like
shouldn't.
a full server room.
No, the worst case, we gotta run lines,
Yeah.
whatever, the main line
Right.
over that way,
Okay.
which probably comes in from over there anyways. Goes all the way back there.
Because it was gonna go down in the basement.
I don't wanna put the servers in the basement. I don't really like that idea. I'd rather put filing cabinets and desks and whatever down there temporarily.
So they don't have like a dedicated line for DMV. Everything in there. Do they?
No, not for a dedicated phone. They're IP phones now, so they all
Right. They're all voice
same.
over IP,
No,
but
but I mean, on the computer when
the computer's got a dedicated DMV line.
For DMV.
Does it?
That one does.
they.
So that just has to
we
move.
have to
That just has to move.
Okay.
Yeah. just when you're planning
Or maybe just a switch over there.
something. Yeah.
I'm
Or
sure
just-
it's probably just in the switch
we can
box.
call block 5 and see maybe. Just before.
Andy,
Yeah.
do we vote on it?
Aye for me. I just waited.
Aye.
All right. Nice. All right. Anybody got anything else? All right. In that case, we'll move into non-public. Which means everybody gets to go home.
I make a motion to go on non-public RSA 91-A, subpart 3, Roman numeral 2C.
Second. Go each to it. All in favor?
Aye. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.